So I want to say welcome to all of our grantees, our volunteers, board members. It's really great to have you here. This is one of my favorite events. It's sort of a culmination of everything that CEL does, the whole reason why we're here. And I guess the way I think of it is every day, thanks to you guys, Lexington is really, its life is enhanced by what you do, by the work that you do. We rely on all of you to create the support, the joy, the curiosity. You enrich the life of our town. And I'm really grateful that we can support that. Our job is to make your dreams, your ideas, your goals a reality. For those of you who don't know a lot of the history of CEL, I'll just say briefly that we are what's called a community fund that operates under the umbrella of the Foundation for Metro West, which you may have heard of. They're basically our 501c3. Since we started our grant program, we have awarded more than 80 grants. This was in 2014. 80 grants to 44 Lexington organizations, totaling more than $400,000. The areas of focus we have are in arts and culture, the environment, health and human services, and community building. And today, we're here about you. It's all about you and what you do to build and sustain a healthy community in Lexington. We deliver our grants, and we're going to be dividing it up, our presentation, in 3 different pots. The first one is what we are calling our ad hoc or discretionary grants. We first started this before the pandemic and used a lot of the funds during the pandemic to help nonprofits simply keep the lights on, to keep their doors open. And I was really grateful that we could do that. These funds are set aside for compelling and time-sensitive projects. Then we have our capacity building grants, which is a program to help Lexington nonprofits invest in themselves to ensure that they're sustainable, that they can grow, that they can strengthen their impact on the community. These kind of grants support activities like strategic planning, data evaluation, organizational development, communications and marketing, and board development and training. And then our final pot, and the largest one, is our competitive grants. We look at our competitive grants as a program to fund, pilot new programming, to expand existing program, to explore collaboration with other nonprofits, and to hold community-wide events. So it's a pleasure to have all of you here today. And with that in mind, let me see. Sorry, it's not the iPad, it's a, we'll start with our ad hoc discretionary grants. So first I want to introduce the Chinese Americans of Lexington, CalLex. And their mission is to promote participation in public service, including education, culture, and other town and community affairs, and promote civic engagement to help address the concerns of the Chinese American community. Our $2,000 grant to CalLex helped underwrite a series of banners featuring notable Asian Americans in celebration of AAPI Heritage Month. The banners are found in the town center and in Cary Library. So if someone would like to come up, Helen from CalLex.
Thank you so much, Anne. Thank you so much, Anne, and everybody from the Chinese, from the Community Endowment of Lexington. And this, many of you, when you walk through the town in the month of May, you might have noticed that we have a set of banners featuring Asian American historical figures. And there is a set in the library as well that will continue to be displayed until the end of July. So this is a joint project with all of the Asian American community organizations in Lexington, including KLEX, CAL, BALEX, that's the Bangladeshi Americans, and then Korean Americans and Japanese American, and also IAL, the Indian American associate organization. So it's really a joint effort, and we through the effort of working together, we also deepened our ties and our friendship in the process. So the goal of this project is to really help the greater community understand the history of Asian Americans. Even though we have been in this country for a couple hundred years, a lot of people did not know that. Through the project, I also learned a lot. Like, for example, the first first Asian American immigrants coming to the U.S. actually are the Filipino Americans arriving in Louisiana. Those are fishermen. And that was back in 1763. And before there's the Brown v. Board of Education, there was another case, like way before that. It's called somebody Mary Tape v. Hurley. So she raised a case and in order to get her children admitted to the public schools. And many of you have heard about Title IX. Title IX is also named Patsy Mink Act. Patsy Mink was the first, I think, Asian American congresswoman. She played an important role in pushing through this act. So it was very much a learning process for me as well. So I hope that through the process, we will feel like the Asian Americans are very much the part of the fabric of this country. And we are not foreigners, so we are certainly not invaders. So this is our home as much as everybody else's home. So, well, I want to thank you once again for Anne and Nancy and everybody from CEL and everybody from the community for your supporting this project. And we hope to expand the banners next year, because this year we were limited because of the construction in the town center. Next year we'll expand it to a full set of 20 banners. And we hope to get your continued support. Thank you so much.
Okay, the next group is the CAL, the Chinese American Association of Lexington. CAL's mission is to serve the Chinese American interest in important town-wide activities, especially but not limited to public school education, local politics, cultural issues, and to provide its members with opportunities to engage with the Lexington community through volunteerism, networking, and social events. CEL gave a $4,000 grant to CAL that funded A Bridge Across, a celebration and promotion of Asian culture and history, which is a series of events focusing on Asian culture through activities related to food, art, and history throughout AAPI Heritage Month and beyond. So, Grace, are you coming up?
Hi everyone, my name is Grace. I'm part of the head of the AAPI, Lexington AAPI youth team, and today we're going to be talking about A Bridge Across. So thank you, Anne, for that amazing introduction. I think that really describes what our event is about, but I think this past pandemic and these past 2 years have really highlighted the way in which Asian hate crimes has spiked. And I think a lot of that comes from ignorance as to what our culture is and what being AAPI means. Last year, Lexington approved the AAPI Heritage Month celebration as an official celebration during the month of May, and I think our team and our group of students capitalized on this to create the AAPI Heritage Month celebration. So we identified that there are 4 different ways that we could identify what culture was through history, art, food, and celebration, and I think Helen talked a lot about how important our history and our culture is and why we need to share our culture and show what it means to be AAPI. So with that, we created this celebration in hopes to show what it means to be AAPI and show that we are included and show what it means and why we should be proud of it. And while this seems like a really big event and it's a month-long event, really there are a lot of people that were behind it that were supporting us. I know I might be a high schooler that's talking right here, but really behind us, we have a team of 20 plus students. We have CAL, we have IAL, we have COLEX, we have CEL, which has been providing us amazing funding, which has really helped us support our funding-wise, and how we can, honestly, how we were actually able to create this was because of the funding, because of the support. And as one person standing here, I'm representing an entire team of people that have worked like days, have worked hours on meetings and writing emails and writing proposals. And I just want to thank you, Hua Wang specifically, because you have been such a guidance to help us and our team. Also, the Cal team has been absolutely amazing guiding us, as well as CEL for doing this amazing funding. And I just want to thank you so much, just because it seems unprecedented to have a high schooler here. But I just want to say that students are advocating and they're working hard, and it's really because of all of you that are helping to support us for the new generation to stand up for what we believe in. So thank you so much.
Okay, moving on to our capacity building grants. We gave out 3 grants this year to the Lexington Arts and Crafts Society, the Lexington Refugee Assistance Program, and Special Needs Arts Program, Inc. So for Lexington Arts and Crafts Society, starting out first, LexArt is a regional educational center dedicated to the preservation and promotion of excellence in both traditional and contemporary arts and crafts. Founded in 1935, LexArt's mission is to spark joy, enrich lives, and build community through practice, teaching, and sharing of art and craft. LexArt is receiving $10,000 from CEL to underwrite the design and execution, thank you, of a market research survey targeted to new audiences to design programming and expand its user and donor base. So for LexArt, let's see who's here.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Even though I'm speaking, I'm going to read something that Wayne wrote. He didn't know it. It was just so concise and perfect. This is from a posting for a marketing consultant we're looking to hire. We're a community arts center with a rich history, committed membership, and a facility in an enviable location that houses a gallery and fully equipped ceramics, woodworking, metalworking / polymer, weaving, and painting studios, along with adaptive space for other studio crafts. We're midway in a strategic transformation to diversify and expand our membership in the communities we serve. And I'd like to thank CEL because it means it's incredibly meaningful and supportive that we're shown support for the direction that we're trying to move in, and that we can demonstrate to our membership that we can be successful moving in that direction. And so thank you very much. And I also wanted to add and just say you made me think with your opening remarks. I'm here because I left the Museum of Fine Arts after 20 years there as the chair of conservation to come be the first executive director at Lexington Arts and Crafts, because I believe in community, and this is my community. And I feel very strongly that I would like to infuse the visual arts into every aspect of community life here, and I welcome all of your collaboration and support in that effort. So thank you very much.
Really quickly, thank you. I'm Wayne Davis. I'm chair of the board, and this grant has gone to fund a marketing survey that will help us understand what the needs and interests are of some of the expanded audience that we seek. Those of you who know us know that many of our members tend to be sort of, I'll call them traditional Lexingtonians, perhaps older and so forth, and we're deliberately, we've got wonderful partnerships going on with LexRap, with Cal, with other organizations, but we need to understand what members of your community would like out of us. So one of the things I'd like to do, this survey is actually out there right now. We were going to be closing it, I believe, tomorrow, and I just didn't put 2 and 2 together, but I think we'll try to keep it open for a couple of days more. And if I could just collect emails from people, I can send you the link and you can share it with people, and I would greatly, greatly appreciate your help. You will be helping us and be helping CEL with something that they thought was important enough to support us. So thank you very much.
And he's sitting right up here if you want to give him your email.
He's got my email.
Oh, he does. I suspect he has mine as well. Anyway, okay. Next up is the Lexington Refugee Assistance Program, LexRap. LexRap is a Lexington-based nonprofit helping refugees settle in the United States and become productive and well-adjusted members of our community. The mission of LexRap is to support and assist refugees and asylum seekers and to American society. This assistance includes a support network for housing, food, clothing, transportation, healthcare, education, especially in English, employment, legal aid, and just basic socialization. LexRap will receive $10,000 from CEL to hire a consultant to guide LexRap through a new leadership transition, including revisiting and possibly refining the organization's mission and identifying a new leadership team that will best position LexRap to achieve that mission. So, who do we have? Okay.
So I'm Tom Rich. I am the LexRap Volunteer Coordinator and a member of the LexRap Board. And actually, I want to start by just complimenting you on, it was incredible. She just got up here and she just spoke from the heart. She didn't have any notes. I don't know how you do that. I mean, what are you, 16, 17 or something? I mean, geez. Anyway, hats off to you. On that note, as Ann said, well, first of all, I just want to express our appreciation to the Community Endowment of Lexington for their support. As Ann said, we support refugees and asylees. We are currently supporting about 25 families. The majority of them are either from Syria or Iraq. In March, we had the great privilege of welcoming to the United States and to Massachusetts an extended family of 10 from Afghanistan. And we're also beginning to support a family of 4 from Ukraine. And we've been doing this work since 2015, and CEL has been a huge partner in that. And in fact, I want to just highlight our recently completed grant, which actually my LexRap Board colleague, Elizabeth Allen, over here, put together this amazing handbook on how to support refugees and asylees. And not only is this going to help LexRap serve our 25 families much better, but over the last year or so, there have been dozens and dozens of organizations that have come up and are helping settle all of the Afghan refugees. So this is going to be a huge resource to all of them. As Ann mentioned, our current challenge is that our founder and president, Marianne Boswell, is stepping down at the end of calendar 2022. But the board very much didn't want to just rush into, all right, who's going to be the next Marianne? But we wanted to take this as an opportunity to really step back and re-examine our overall mission, how we go about that, and how can we have the greatest impact. And after that work is completed, then we ask the question, what is the leadership model that is going to get us there? That might continue to be a volunteer president, or it might be a part-time or full-time executive director. We've been very fortunate with CEL funding that we've been able to hire 2 consultants who, this is their work, helping nonprofits through leadership transitions. And we'll be working very closely with them over the summer and fall. We look forward to introducing the new leadership team to CEL, all of our volunteers, and the Lexington community. So again, on behalf of the LexRap Board, thank you very much for this very generous grant.
Okay, our last capacity building grant went to the Special Needs Art Program. Since 1984, Special Needs Art Program SNAP has enriched the lives of individuals with developmental disabilities through music and art. SNAP uses art expression to create a sense of purpose and self-empowerment, while also serving as an important and effective means for integrating people with disabilities into the community. SNAP will receive $10,000 from CEL to undertake a strategic analysis of its mission, vision, and activities as part of a plan to buoy the organization's fundraising and programmatic infrastructure for the future. So I believe Ron is here? Yes.
Thank you. I don't need this now. You did it all for me. Oh, can I? Okay, good. Okay, I'm Ron Rosenbaum. I'm the treasurer of Special Needs Arts Program, which we lovingly refer to as SNAP. For the last 38 years, SNAP has provided music and art programs for developmentally disabled adults. The programs have enriched the lives and created a sense of purpose and self-improvement for our participants. The programs also serve as an important and effective means to integrate the people with disabilities into the community through our concerts, art exhibits, participation in Lexington community activities. For many of our participants who are frequently isolated in the community, SNAP programs are their primary social activity. SNAP programs include 2 sing-along choruses for adults, summer chorus camp, 2 special artist classes for adults, a special artist class for children, crafts classes, ceramics classes, Zoom-based paint nights, and we're developing a music program for children 3 to 8. In addition to learning new songs or artist techniques, each program includes sharing time where our participants can talk and develop friendships. SNAP thanks CEL for their generous grant and support over the years. Through these grants, SNAP has been able to create our chorus camp that adds 4 weeks of singing programs to the summer months. We also thank CEL for the capacity grant that is funding our current strategic planning effort. This effort is guided by Empower Success Corp and is focused on planning for SNAP's future growth and financial sustainability. These are challenging times for nonprofits to finance their activities, and thanks to CEL's grant, SNAP expects the strategic plan will establish a roadmap to ensure future sustainability for the organization.
Okay, Elizabeth, do you want to come up? I'm going to hand off now for a little bit to one of my colleagues, Elizabeth Brock, who is our new chair of our outreach committee and heads the team that will be serving as liaisons to all of you around your grants. So, this is Elizabeth.
Hi, it's great. I have my notes, yeah. It's great to meet all of you in person rather than Zoom. I'm going around the room and kind of recognizing people that I saw on my screen and think, oh, that's the person associated. So it has really been an inspiring experience for me to serve on this board because there's so many great ideas and so many great people doing them and reaching out. It's been, like I said, truly inspiring. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'll kind of follow the plan that Ann laid out. I'll talk a little bit about the organization and about the grant, and then I'll invite the people to come up and talk a little bit about their mission and what they hope to do with it. So we'll start off with English at Large. And English at Large is requested funding to support free, high-quality instructional programs for Lexington residents designed to help local immigrants learn English and gain the cultural understanding and confidence they need to join in their communities and achieve their goals. So is there someone from English at Large here?
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah from English at Large, and I'm really happy to be here with you tonight and with my colleague Chilla to receive this grant from the Community Endowment of Lexington. So thank you so much. So English at Large helps adult immigrants gain a greater understanding of the English language and U.S. culture through personalized instructional programs. We provide all of our programs through a network of volunteers. So we're both working with volunteers from Lexington to serve new immigrants to Lexington. We serve up to 500 learners per year with a network of about 150 volunteers, and we have programs including one-on-one tutoring, conversation groups, summer book groups, a beginner English class, and a career readiness program. And this summer, we're planning to pilot a beginner English class for Afghan refugees, which we're very excited about. These programs are individualized and free, and they are geared to folks who are juggling a whole lot when they're coming and building their lives here. So they have family, jobs, learning English, and we meet them where they are so that they can achieve their goals. We operate in 24 towns, and Lexington is one of the biggest towns, both in terms of the immigrants that we work with, as well as volunteers. They make up 14% of our learners and 12% of our volunteers. The largest contingent of our volunteers are from Lexington. So with the support of this generous grant, we plan to serve up to 50 learners in Lexington and engage and train and support 25 volunteers. And we're really excited to return to in-person programming, in-person events like this to build community. So thank you so much again.
Okay, the next program is the Incontrol Family Foundation. The Incontrol Family Foundation will work with Lexington High School and Diamond Middle School to review pickup and drop-off procedures for parents, school buses, staff, and students. They will assist them in improving and communicating procedures in ways that all stakeholders will embrace and comprehend, using text, visual, videos, and social media, etc., with the aim of creating a safe environment for people and their cars. So if there's someone here from Incontrol?
There is.
Oh, good. Good to meet you.
All right, so first of all, hopefully I won't break the speaker. I tend to be kind of loud. I'm a dad of 4 kids, 2 of which, one graduated by the skin of his teeth a week and a half ago. The other one a couple years ago, and 2 more going through the school. And it is so cool to hear you speak and hear all you folks talk about the things that are going on in the community I chose to raise my children. Really big thank you to you guys at the Community Endowment of Lexington. Incontrol is a 501c3. Our focus and our mission is to reduce crashes in our communities. I'm kind of selfish, having living here in Lexington, that focused this particular kind of pilot program here. But generally, we do a lot of community engagement, and then we have a course that we offer. If you guys have heard of Incontrol's crash prevention program, it's a 5-hour program that we run at a variety of different places. Right now, we're primarily operating in Weymouth, and it puts people in emergency situations and teaches them how to stay in control with their car. The one thing I always try to emphasize to all of you is you're doing it wrong. I watched a lot of you pull in here. And I can promise you there's a lot to learn, okay? The graduates of our program enjoy some insurance discounts, but one of the bigger things I try to tell everybody is in Massachusetts, driver education trains us to take a 3 to 5 minute road test. If you grew up in some other countries, it's a 1 hour or more road test. You have to go on highways, city streets. Here, oftentimes, driving schools don't leave a parking lot with an examiner and prove that the person can drive. So we got a lot of room to improve. This program, I think, is going to have a huge impact. Not everybody realizes that the most dangerous time for our children is as they're getting dropped off and picked up from school. There's a lot of stuff that's in the news, but statistically, we've had a pedestrian hit in front of the high school at the end of last year. We've had a number of fender benders at pretty much every school. Our goal is to get this program together for these two schools. Again, selfishly, I've got kids at either one, and it made it easy for me to reach out to the principals and get things going. But then I want to work with some other nonprofits in town and get some programs going to all the schools. So we'll use this as a pilot, and we'll try to push it to everybody else. Thank you guys for everything you do, and thank you again for your support.
Okay, the next one is the Lexington Historical Society. And Buckman Tavern is the most visible and most visited of the historic sites run by the Lexington Historical Society. There is a need to upgrade the interpretive elements of the museum, especially in preparation for our celebration in the year 2025. Is that correct? 250, right. Year 250. But that's going to be in 2025, right. Okay. Yeah. To allow for all different types of learners to experience their history. So, someone from the Lexington Historical?
Well, first of all, thank you so much to CEL. I'm the new kid on the block. I've been director of the Historical Society for just about 9 months now, and I moved from New York City. And something that I've been telling people over and over again, it's just such a joy to be in a town where history matters so much to everyone in the town. It's the first hurdle is always convincing people why you should give us money for our programs and our initiatives. And here, everyone is so invested in the history of all our houses. That's the easy part. Then coming up with all the really cool ideas on how to spend the money is the fun part of my job. And so before I got on the director track, I was a museum educator. And so I always view museums on how we make them accessible to as many people as possible. And so Buckman is amazing with all the history that we have there, but we don't have our text panels in other languages. We don't have iPads. And so we want to think about how to make it accessible to different style learners, people that are sight impaired, hearing impaired. And so with this very generous grant, we're going to start that process with some large scale labels, different language audio guides and labels, some kind of technological things, and just build from there. So thank you so much for the support.
Okay, now the Lexington Housing Assistance Board. The Lex Appreciation Project aims to welcome new LexHab tenants and appreciate current LexHab tenants with curated Lexington-themed gift bags with household goods, books, and accessories purchased from local Lexington small businesses and artisans, along with information on Lexington's local resources. So is there someone here from the Lexington Housing Assistance Board? Yes, good.
Hi, I'm Sarah Morrison, and I am also a new executive director, 5 months in. And thank you very much for this grant. We're very excited about it. So LexHab is an affordable housing organization in Lexington. We've got 78 units around town, everything from 1 bedrooms all the way to 4 bedrooms, multifamily to single family. And we've got 6 units in development, and our mission is to preserve and expand affordable housing in town, which we know is very needed. And I have to say, it's so nice to see everybody in person, particularly being new. And I see so many groups that we have worked with. LexRap, yes, we've got one family from from Syria, I think, who just was housed with us, and then another family from the Ukraine who's moving in July. So, yay! Yes, and we've worked together in the past as well. Yeah, and I volunteered with you guys too. And let's see, LexArt. I just became a member of LexArt today. So I don't know if I'm the demographic you're looking for, but you got me. And I want to talk to you about some ideas for an exhibit around housing. Yeah, the idea of home. But so I'm super excited about this grant that we got. It's going to be a wonderful pilot project where we're helping to support small businesses in Lexington. It's been obviously a really difficult time for small businesses in particular, as well as for tenants of all stripes, but particularly tenants in affordable housing. And so the idea is to create something for new tenants, a gift bag, a little canvas bag that has Lexington and a map of Lexington on it. And we fill it with some housewarming items and some sort of items that represent Lexington. So everything from, wooden spoons and napkins from the new Center Goods that just opened that I'm really excited about. I don't know if anybody been there yet. It's a great store. To the bookstore, to, Crafty Yankee, to, all sorts of different organizations, but small businesses, to little magnets that have emergency contact information that will get printed at Lexington Graphics. So the idea is really to support local businesses and then also make sure that new tenants and existing tenants know about all of the really great resources that are available in town that residents enjoy. So everything from, really basic support services that are provided by the human services here, and making sure people know where to go in emergencies, to all of the walking paths in town across Lexington, the bike paths, all of the different organizations like some of yours who can help support folks. And so we're very excited about it, and I'm looking forward. We've already launched some pilot bags and gotten really great feedback about it. So thank you very much.
Okay, the next is the Lexington Recreation and Community Programs. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, the Lexington Recreation and Community Programs. This program will provide a safe outlet for teens with or without disabilities to gather, socialize, make new friends, and take part in a fun activity together. All activities, 3 activities in total, will be chosen for the teen night, will be decided and planned by the Youth Advisory Board that is being overseen by Tom Romano. So is there somebody here from the Lexington Recreation Community Programs? Tom.
Thank you very much. As you just said, my name is Tom Romano. I'm the Youth and Family Program Coordinator here for the town of Lexington. I'm extremely honored to be receiving this grant from CEL, as it will provide us an opportunity to offer the inclusive teen events during the upcoming school year. Our goal as an organization in whole is to create community through people, parks, and places. And then throughout the year, opportunities are available to the community to engage in quality, inclusive, and accessible programs and services for all ages and abilities. Let's see. The teen population for myself, I've been in my role for 7 years here at the community center, and it's always a harder one to grasp and really dig into, and it's one of the priorities was for me to start a youth advisory board that we started up in September. Currently there's between 10 and 15 LHS students, and after several meetings with them, they have ranked that special events would be more of a likelihood for them to attend comparative to our once a week traditional programs that we have here at the community center. And through the funding provided by the CEL and the collaboration brainstorming from the group that I oversee, as well as some other youth groups in town, we're confident that the special events that we will provide we'll have a safe, fun, and social environment for everyone to enjoy. So thank you again, and I'm super excited to get it started for next year.
Okay, Lex, see her. The spinning tableau invites people to make and wear aprons to symbolize 18th century women's economic and political contributions. At the 1769 spinning match, 45 women defied the king using spinning wheels to protest taxation. Recreating the event brings community together to make women visible. Is there someone here from Lex? See her.
Everybody else got up here with no paper. I'm sorry. I have to write. I want to say thank you so much to everyone at CEL, those who reviewed our grant application, and all who supported CEL with donations. I am Amelia Worthy, a volunteer with Lex Seher's Living Her Story project and a member of the advisory board. Your support will help Lex Seher achieve our mission to make women visible right here in the birthplace of American liberty. Women have always been an important part of this community. We hope you will join in with us this summer as we prepare for the second annual Spinning Tableau on Saturday, August 27th, and enjoy our special speakers. We can promise you that you'll get to know other wonderful community members when you sign up to work with Let's See Her. We have. Thank you again.
Hi there. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Woolworth. I'm a lead research team member for Lex See Her. With CEL's support, Lexington community members will collaborate in the creation of the 45 aprons, one to honor each of the 45 women who took part in the historic spinning match protest on April 31st, 1769. This was 5 years before the famous Battle of Lexington. Residents here were still British subjects, and women at the time could not vote or hold elected office or even speak out in public meetings. However, women did exercise their economic and political power by holding this protest against increased taxes on imported cloth. So thanks to CEL, we will work to establish the August spinning tableau as a new community tradition, and we look forward to working together with you. Thank you. It was August, not April. I said that wrong.
Okay, the Monuments and Memorials Committee. The Monument and Memorials Committee will identify and locate lost and forgotten monuments and memorials. Research the stories of the people, events, or places being honored by them. Store this information in a comprehensive database maintained by the town of Lexington for access by residents and visitors. The project will be performed by a team of Lexington High School students with guidance from Professor Wei Ding and her colleagues at UMass Boston. And Wei was a former member of the Outreach Committee, so we know her well. So let's hear from someone from the Monuments and Memorials Committee.
Hello, everybody. I'm Linda Dixon. I'm chair of the Monuments and Memorials Committee. So happy to be here. So happy to say thank you. A major task of the Monuments and Memorials Committee is to create an inventory of every monument and memorial in the town. This has never been done before. And there are hundreds of memorial plaques, rocks, trees, benches, gardens, sculptures, you name it, all over town. And many of them have been lost and forgotten. And it's our job to find them. So for help on this project, I turned to my friend Wei Ding, who is a computer science professor, who has this wonderful belief that young people, should learn about community service at a young age. And she mentors a group of high school students, friends of Grace, and she trains them in computer science skills. And they work on community service projects. And guess what? They decided that this project would really be a good one for them. So they've been working with us. They've christened our project the Lexington Heroes Project. And we've been working together for the last few months. Now, to complete the project, we needed the help of the town of Lexington. The IT department has adopted us, and thanks to Judy Baldessaro, I have to do a shout out. She's the GIS administrator. She has created this incredible mapping system so that one day, 2 years down the road, when this is all done, you just touch a button and up comes all these wonderful icons on a map. I'm an English major. This is not my strength, but thank God other people are. Anyway, right now, the Heroes team is out there verifying monuments we already know about, the low-hanging fruit. But in the fall, we're going to launch a campaign, and we could all use your help. We're going to start identifying monuments we don't know about. So we're going to involve the community in a treasure hunt. We're going to do crowdsourcing. And it's really going to require a considerable range of skills to verify the data that we receive from people, to do the map work, to do the research. And that's where CEL comes in. Our hero students would really benefit from some training in advanced computer skills. And we applied for this grant hoping that we could use the funds to hire a computer programmer to teach our students specialty computer programming skills. And we were just so fortunate that the Community Endowment of Lexington shared our vision. They got it. They understood what we are trying to do that will take us like 2 more years to do. But the vision of achieving a user-friendly database, readily accessible, where just with the touch of a key, the user can pinpoint a spot on the map, and up will come a photograph and a story, and it will tell the story of a person or an event that contributed to Lexington's history. When completed, the database will be a permanent resource for the town, and it will be enjoyed by residents and visitors alike. So on behalf of the Monuments and Memorials Committee, our Youth Heroes team, Professor Ding, I accept this grant with great pleasure, and I promise you we will work very hard to be worthy of it. Thank you.
Okay, now Northeastern University and the Douglas Home. COVID-19 isolation has led to cognitive declines and psychological challenges in many. The purpose of this project is to develop, to pilot, and then test the feasibility and impact of a pilot cognitive exercise group program on the well-being of residents with acquired brain injuries at Lexington Douglas Home. And please come up and talk more about this exciting pilot.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of my collaborators, Peter Noonan, who runs Douglas House here in Lexington, and Kathleen Kelleher at Uville Place, who's here with me tonight, we really want to thank CEL for your very generous support of our program. We are honored, humbled, and empowered by you, and are really very grateful. One of the things that Elizabeth and Yifang and Lisa asked us when we met with them was, what is cognitive exercise? So Kathleen, will you come up for a moment, please? We're going to put you all to work for a moment. And basically, cognitive exercise is anything you do that stimulates your brain. And it can keep your brain healthy, and it can also be fun. And those are the two key ingredients to cognitive exercise for all of us. That it's enjoyable, so you keep doing it, and that it's challenging, but not too challenging, so that you stick with it. So we're going to, you're all on this side. The majority of you are seated on the same side of the room, so my plan to divide you in half is going to be a little challenging. But I'm going to ask for this table, you and everybody over here to be one team. You're Kathleen's team. And then everybody over here is on my team, all right? And we're going to play a word game. And so Kathleen and I are going to take turns giving our team clues for a word that we can see. And it's up to you to try to figure out quickly what the word is that we're trying to get you to discover, okay? We have a timer, so there's pressure. All right, and whoever gets stuck with the contraption here loses a point. All right, so here we go. Okay, you go first.
Okay, I'm trying to get you to say this word. It's a number, and it's not 1 through 10. It's less. 0.
0. No, but maybe you lose time. All right. So this is a fancy pianist. He had a candelabra on his piano.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Some people, when they're rioting, might throw this through a window.
Rocks.
Or yes.
Okay. When you go to Yellowstone, you want to see with the nice guys. Yes. Okay. Great. Oh, my team, we just got a point. All right.
That's not fair.
So basically, this is an example of cognitive exercise. You had to listen. You had to understand what was being said. You had to quickly find words, and you had to be on your toes. And hopefully it was fun for a few moments, and maybe a little challenging. I could raise the bar on challenge and ask Kathleen's team, what were the words that Kathleen was trying to get you to say? Do you remember? And I could ask my team, do you remember the words I tried to get you to say? Liberace. Or Liberace. I could ask my team, what were the words Kathleen was trying to get her team to say? Right? And vice versa. So that's an example of what we're trying to do at Douglas House. I've been working with Peter Noonan for about 10 years now to help the residents at Douglas House, who have all been living with acquired brain injuries for many years, improve their quality of life and their everyday brain health and function. So with the help of your support, we are going to create this pilot program of cognitive exercise, which has never been offered to these individuals before, to see if it does improve their cognitive abilities and their quality of life. And we're partnering with Uville Place volunteers in an attempt to have some community engagement and socialization, and also beyond the life of this grant, hopefully expand the program so that Uville Place residents might also participate and will maximize the brain health of more individuals here in the community. So thank you very much, really appreciate it. All my stuff.
I think you took my, I possibly, let me see.
That's just a test.
It's a test, right?
I don't think so. Oh, I did take it over.
Right here.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay, that was fun. And now, the Lexington Observer. Minuteman aims to be the trusted resource for our town's financial data. It will enhance transparency by enabling residents to view spending and revenue allocation over the years. It will drive reporting on town priorities, alignment with our values, and how well those investments are performing. Volunteers from the Lexington Observer will work with consultants and an LHS student to design this online database platform for all residents in Lexington. So, is there somebody from the Lexington Observer here? No, they were unable to come, but it's a very exciting program. They're going to build their own platform, and it's going to be based on making all town financial data from the past 10 years accessible in various visual formats, where the question driving the platform is going to be, if we say this is what our values are, does our spending support that? And it will give residents a chance to evaluate how financial decisions are made in town, and then possibly down the line begin comparing Lexington's spending profiles with those of surrounding communities. So again, we're looking forward to that. Very exciting program. So I think in closing, I just want to congratulate everybody. I have to say, this year our grant applications were outstanding. You all, we went through a deliberative process of evaluating everybody, getting back to everybody with further questions, and I found many of the applications this year to be truly inspiring. So I look forward to hearing how everything works out and how everything develops. And yeah.
Can I say a few words?
Sure. And
my name is George Gamoda, and I'm the chair of Lexington Remembers World War II Committee. The committee was made up of 15 organizations, and Lexington Historical Society was our fiscal kind of a holder of the money, and CEL provided funds back in 2020. Unfortunately, the pandemic kind of interrupted our activities, and we finally completed our task, and that was to honor the 55 fallen World War II men from Lexington who never came home. And I just wanted to share with you a replica of the plaque that was unveiled at Cary Hall. I'm sorry it's so late, but you know, better late than never. Thank you again.
thank you. Absolutely. Thank you.
So thank you, all of you. It's always so wonderful to hear about your organizations. It's always really inspiring. And just the sheer variety of the things that go on in this town and things that are unique, goals that overlap. It's really pretty cool. So I want to just briefly first welcome new people to our board, which includes Elizabeth Brock, who's coming on officially as our chair of outreach. Yifeng Gong, who's back there. Jen Lawrence. And unfortunately, is Jillian here? No, Jillian wasn't able to make it tonight. Yep. So Jillian Tong, who is a volunteer extraordinaire in town, we're very lucky to have her coming on board. And then also I just want to recognize, though I don't think any of these people for various reasons could make it. Riaz Adamji, Patricia Jackleton, they're not here, Lisa Rhodes and Nancy White, all had very good excuses to not be here tonight, ranging from work to nobody had COVID, so that's good. But we are losing 4 board members who have really done amazing work, and so I just want to give a shout out to them in absentia, so to speak, because it's this board and the work that goes on it that is really so fabulous. I really, really admire the people who work with CEL, and I've really enjoyed working with them. It's been a privilege. So, finally, I would like to invite you all to what's going to be our first of its kind event. We're having a nonprofit fair. This is actually brainchild of Nancy White as much as anybody, so I want to do a special shout out to her. It is going to be a nonprofit fair here in this building, October 22nd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we're inviting all the nonprofits, I think you'll probably be hearing from us, to have a table and inform the community about the work you do, give a chance for you to raise your profile, to maybe recruit some volunteers if you need them, and also just network with each other and find out areas of common interest, potentials for collaboration, that kind of thing. We're going to have music, we're going to have food, there's going to be a scavenger hunt for the kids. It's going to be a really wonderful time, and we have tremendous support from the community center staff. I think this is going to be a great event. It's a way we can highlight the diversity and the vibrancy of our community, and it's all free. So hopefully we'll see you on the 22nd. And meanwhile, I want to thank all of you for joining us. And one last thing, we need to have a group photo. It's been requested for the press. I'm sorry, but you have to do it. So.
Can I just say one quick thing?
Okay, and Elizabeth has something, sorry.
Just a quick housekeeping thing. Everybody who received grants, you'll be assigned a liaison from our committee to be in touch with you. They're not going to call you every week, blah blah blah. But they will call at some point, introduce themselves, just to see how you're doing, how things are going, if there's anything we can do. So please feel free to communicate with that liaison when they identify themselves. If you have any questions, you could contact them or anyone on the committee. So I just wanted to say that.